a situation at Union Station. I was at earlier today, Thursday, where it's a little cooler in DC. Charging my products, my phone and my tablet. And let me say this before I get into what happened. I knew it would happen. I knew the situation would happen, and I intentionally went there to that spot. A police officer, after a while, asked me to relocate to another area. I knew it would happen. And I talked with him and I said, can you give me a few minutes or what have you, He said, yeah, okay. But then I started thinking. I looked at the little bubble-eyed camera that be watching everybody, and I pointed at the camera several times. Bring the police officer back over here. And people, this is not their first time asking this guy to move. As I said, people get arrogant. Some people know who I am and the things that I've written, and they like to do things because they can. For example, showing a little power, asking me to move somewhere else when there's nothing going on with me sitting there letting my things charge. When I talk about people being arrogant and ignorant, and I said they're just lucky that Mr. Givins has a whole lot of other things to do, and I'll be wasting my talent on them being ignorant. And so I pointed at the camera again. Pointed to the police department, bring it back over here. Then I saw one of the police officers, and I called the police officer over, and it was a chick. And I asked her, what's the problem with me charging? And people, let me tell you, the charger is the outlet is in a bad spot. I don't know what the designer, the architect was thinking when they put an outlet by a door where people walk out. It was stupid. So I said, let me go there because it's a bad spot. I know they're gonna ask me to move. And rightly so, but they asked me to move for the wrong reason. Number one, it's just a bad spot. And people coming out of a door. But the young lady, she tried to explain to me it was this and that. But I told her, this is not the first time they've asked me to move. Because this guy, Mr. Givins, as talented as I am, I really don't like being seen. And you talk about those elitist people who you don't see, I'm way above them. Way. And I don't bother nobody, I get out the way. But when I was out the way charging, when there was nobody or traffic, you had officers would tell me to move. I'm like, for what? There's nobody here. They would give me some excuse. Not once. This is in Union Station, in the shopping area. Not twice, 3, 4, 5. Because they know that, I'm that dude. And so when you want to have an encounter with me, don't make it up. And that's what they've done. And I told the young lady, I said, I've been in areas where there was no traffic and they asked me to move. They were surprised. Well, what, us? I said, no, officers. There was no traffic at all. And people, I knew it would happen because the outlet is in a bad spot. And I told the officers, then 2 came on, and they brought some other officers around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm not here for confrontation with no officers. I got bigger things to do. And I told the officer, I said, officer, I was in a place hidden where there was nobody, no traffic. The only people who really saw me, people, are the cameras. And they felt it upon themselves to move him. Listen to what I said. Pretty much the only people who saw me are the cameras. And so, since they moved me several times from a secluded area where I was charging, I said, well, hell, let me go get out of it, let me get in the way of people's shit. And that's what I've been doing. Not getting in people's way, but being more out where people will be traveling and moving. But I will still go back to my, older spot, creature of habit. But I was still getting different areas, charging around Union Station, just getting to know the area. And, you know, they questioned me about the bag, don't leave the bags here and there. And so I knew that their eyes was on me and other people's eyes on me. As I said, FBI, CIA, Department of Justice, those humans who covered up crimes for Miami-Dade, they still on me. They're still agitating me, trying to. But as I said, I have too much to lose. And so when I went there, I say, I know they're gonna come to me. And sure enough, they did. Bam! But for the wrong reasons. And so me and the chick, we had a, you know, cordial discussion and the other guy. And I said, if I'm in a secluded place charging and you feel it upon yourself to come and address me, tell me to move, well shit, let me go out where everybody else and get in their way then. And so now hence here there's a confrontation. So now I had to address it. Just like I'm doing with Miami-Dade County Public School System, because they didn't deal with the problem and they're allowing it to escalate. So I say, let me address this now. And so we had to have a conversation about it. And as I said, I have greater things to do, bigger things to do. And let me tell you, this guy, David Givins, people, I almost never talk to people in DC. Never. Because very few people have anything intellectually to say to me. As I said, when you're at my level, you really don't like being around people. You like being around pure intelligence. So, they see me, and those cameras, they very seldom see me talking to anyone. I don't ask anybody for nothing. I go in there, charge, eat, sit, don't talk to very few people. And the people that I do talk to, they're on the special level people. I'm talking personality. Personality. So, again, this is dealing with humans who happen to be police officers. They don't spook nothing here, never, ever, never will. No human will. Because all jobs are comprised of humans. And as I said, I am the superior human being that will ever exist. There's no doubting that, ever. And much love to my beautiful girls and their parents and the superpower of the human race. The girls. Sorry about that, the girl. And I have the little athletes, professional athletes, have to expose them, and a few others. Much love.